Good morning, it's 9:36 a.m. This morning I'm going to try something different. I'm going to skip breakfast completely and see if I can get into some form of ketosis. I'm feeling a little bit floaty this morning, which suggests that my body may be switching to burning fat rather than sugar, and I thought it would be interesting to see what the results say. We've got one of those sort of test kits that does your bloods and shows if you're in ketosis or not. Sleep was alright. Weight went down again. Body fat percentage has gone down again. I'll update you more on that later. Grandma's here today looking after the children, which gives me and Nora a little bit of time to actually get things done and do some work and make some of these videos and do a bit of editing. Because guess what? Never edited before until this little challenge. So yeah, it's all a learning process. Catch you later.
On the morning of day 4, my weight was 77.65 kilos. That's down 300 grams on the previous day. Body fat 22.4%, down 0.2%.
It's just gone 11:30 and I am very ready for some food. Feeling really low. Just sort of an experiment today really, just to see if my body starts producing ketones or not after having cut out sugar. I haven't actively been trying to cut out any carbohydrates, but let's just see what happens. Small prick. Bit of blood. Shove that in there. .9. .1. So there you have it. Ketosis.
I skipped breakfast today, and for lunch I had spicy beans, avocado, sourdough toast with cheese and broccoli with a dollop of hummus. For tea, a beautiful mixed veg pasta bake with sweet potato chips, peas and beans. There are a ton of phrases that have meandered their way into our day-to-day lives that we associate with food or a healthy lifestyle. Used as a means of justification for bad behaviour, these phrases are often totally wrong, or in reality, the total opposite can be true. I'm going to call this segment Sweet Lies We Tell Ourselves. I'd eat healthy, but I don't want to deprive myself. Or, healthy food is boring and tasteless. I've heard this from a few different friends and family members when talking about eating healthy. The immediate thought of healthy eating is that they're going to deprive themselves. In reality, they are depriving themselves by not eating healthy. It's just their perception of what healthy food is and tastes like is totally wrong. You see, most people perceive healthy food as boring and tasteless. They picture a mountain of iceberg lettuce, plain hummus, and carrot sticks. Of course, that's deprivation. But it's not healthy food either. Healthy food is about experiencing tastes, textures, and combinations that send your senses into overdrive. Healthy food will make you feel fantastic. It will light up your brain, make you more productive, happier, sleep better, more energized and less tired. It decreases anxiety, reduces depression, makes you ill less often, gives you better skin, less wrinkles, improves memory, cognition, and decreases your chances of dying younger from every disease we face. Unhealthy food will give you an instant hit of energy, but later you pay the price. Unhealthy food makes you tired, even fall asleep. Those afternoon naps are probably a huge sign that something isn't right. Unhealthy food makes you more anxious, more depressed, worsens memory and cognition, gives you spots, wrinkles, makes you more prone to getting ill, makes you less productive, less energized. It encourages a general feeling of unaskedness, making your days, weeks, months and years less fulfilled than they should have been. It shortens life expectancy and can cause suffering and a decline that starts at a young age, teetering over time towards an early and painful death. So how is healthy food depriving you again? It's the other way around. We should be saying, I don't want to eat these crisps and this pizza or chocolate bar today because I don't want to deprive myself. If you think healthy food is boring and tasteless, you haven't really tried true healthy food. And at my old job, I watched a member of staff getting ready for their wedding by having the entire lunch comprised of just carrot sticks and hummus for weeks and months. This was deprivation, and it's also unsustainable because there is no thought into any nutrition, protein or fat that the body needs. If people think that this means healthy, they're caught in a trap where they are always going to go back to sugar-filled, ultra-processed junk. If you experience true healthy eating for a period of time, trust me, you wouldn't want to go back.
It's 7:25 in the evening and I feel pretty good. I'm feeling a bit low and a bit headachy, but I feel like my brain is like in another gear or something, because I read a little bit of a book when my daughter was watching some TV before bed, and I found myself being able to read in more detail than I would normally be able to do, and I was getting interrupted left, right and centre by all sorts of noise and TV noise, but I found myself being able to focus on the book rather than being distracted by what was going on around me, which is interesting. I also think my skin's getting better already. I feel like I'm losing a bit of weight in my face, which is fantastic, but we'll see what the scales say tomorrow. I'm pretty hopeful for some good results because I skipped breakfast today. As you see, I managed to get into some moderate ketosis apparently. After having had what I had for lunch, the ketosis broke again. I'm not going to get into the habit of checking ketones as well as doing the sugar thing constantly, because that's not what this is about, but it's really interesting because I think it's not actually that difficult to get into ketosis when you get into the right frame of mind and eat the right foods. I wouldn't be surprised that if I did it again tomorrow, I'd probably end up being in ketosis for tomorrow lunchtime again, even though I had quite a lot of carbs really, when you look at what I ate in the day, and you can see everything that I ate in total. See you tomorrow.